university could be one of the biggest mistakes you make. If you're already in uni, then take this into consideration, what I'm going to say. Or if you're thinking about doing it, please watch this video to the end so you can make a proper decision and save yourself a lot of money and time. Confirmation burp. So, I wasted over 50 grand at uni going, got nothing out of it, was completely distracted the whole time, and was doing all this stuff that wasn't really leading towards where I wanted to go. So my ultimate goal when I was younger was I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a painter, and I wanted to have a studio where I just do paintings and sell them for ridiculous amounts of money. And I thought to myself, I need to go and do an art degree because this is what my parents drilled into me. And my parents always wanted the best, and parents always want the best for you. And they might be pushing you to go to uni, but times have changed. It's not 1985 anymore, where university degrees are scarce. It's kind of weird because every single year there's more and more courses being available, and the price of them is going up. They should be worth less, but because there's more of them, and it's like so many people who have degrees that don't actually work in any jobs that they want, or they do get into a job and they're not even getting paid anything near where they should be. So I'm going to talk about this from a creative perspective. So if you're thinking about doing arts, or you're currently doing arts and you want to get into a job such as like web design, video, graphic design, any kind of visual production, stuff like that. Most businesses, now this is what's going to happen. You'll graduate uni, you pay all the fees, you're going to go to introduction days and open days, and some classes, most of the classes you'll do are probably not going to be what you actually want to learn. So you're paying to be there because universities, at the end of the day, they're a business that are trying to make money. So basically what they do is they just anyway, I'm going to go off on different tangents because I've got ADHD here. Universities, let's just talk about basically what they are. So they're an institution that want to make money. They hire teachers, they come up with courses, they obviously have some kind of license to be able to give you a piece of paper at the end of it, which is basically just a piece of paper. And they make you jump through all these loopholes and tests and whatever stuff that's completely out of your control. You just have to sign up to what their syllabus is, like their program. You have to do it at pretty much their pace. And if the teachers are not up to standard, then you just have to deal with it and keep going with it. You can probably question it, but there's not much control from what you learn about, who teaches you, how fast you learn it, when the projects are due, all that. So they're essentially business. They charge you a ton of fees, and the government allows you to go on a student loan to pay for those fees up front, and then later on when you get a job, they take it out of your tax returns and all that, and you pay it back. Some people many, many, many years later, and they don't understand what they're fully getting into when they first get into uni. I fell into that trap. I wanted to make my parents proud, and as a kid, I didn't really understand the whole system. I couldn't really be bothered thinking about it. I'm just like, I want to do that. And my dad and my mum, who wanted the best for me, were always saying, go to uni, you need to go to uni, you need to get a degree, you need to have something to fall back on. But let me tell you, if you dedicate your life to something, you have the ability to go out and learn it yourself. It's the day and age of the internet. I have now built a 7-figure business teaching myself from trial and error, researching online, and just hard work and dedication. There's so many things that uni won't teach you. Let's just pretend that you want to... Obviously, most people want to make a lot of money. Most people, when they get older, what they want is more free time and more money. So they want to work less, but they want more money. Nearly every single person who gets older wants that because they don't want to be stuck in a job working all the time. Unless you really, really, really love it, you don't want to stop working, that's fine. But most people, they just want to spend time with their kids when they're growing up, go away with the wife, travel, and enjoy what money can buy them: cars, houses, food, you know, got whatever. So if you go to uni, what's going to happen is there's going to be probably a 3 or 4 year degree. Then after that, there might be masters and all this other bullshit that they try and add on to get you to pay more and stay there for longer. However, and then you have to pay all that debt down. So let's just say you might be 18 and then you're going to go to uni at 19 and then you're going to graduate at 21 or 22 and then you do your masters like 23. Plus, all this time you've been working part-time so you can be at uni and study and have time to study. You're not going to be really making a full-time wage unless you got some crazy part-time job until 3 or 4 years. You might be working a little side job or whatever. And this might work for a lot of people. If you feel like there's a little bit of a red flag with uni, then this video is for you. You're going to have to pay down the debt eventually. And then at the end of that uni course, you'll have a piece of paper that'll say, oh, I've got a Bachelor of Arts in Multimedia. And then you can go and apply at companies who make video, for example. Like that's what my company does mostly, videos. We sell a lot of videos because videos are important. People want to watch videos all the time. It's how you get information. It's how you learn. It's a quick and easy way to convey information, whether it's on a product or a service or whatever. Companies and businesses who don't have videos made on their products and services and what they do and what their ethics are and what their values are and what their customers can get, they are missing out big time, especially in this day of social media, which is free. So eventually you get a Bachelor of Multimedia and then they'll send you into a company and then you have to start learning from fresh, from zero. You're the junior, you're the new guy, from fresh what they do. And that could be now you're a video editor or you're a camera operator. So you've been to uni for 5 years learning how to operate a camera. Let me just tell you the basics of operating a camera. I can tell you straight away. Knowing how to turn it on, knowing how to place it so you can see what's in the frame, turning it on, making sure the audio works. And then adjusting your exposure settings so there's good lighting. And then making sure the audio is good. So plugging in an external mic. It's basic stuff, bro. Like I could teach you it in probably 3 days, an advanced course. Composition, lighting, camera settings, all that. There's no need to go to uni for 5 years to learn how to do that. Another thing they'll never teach you in uni is how to get work, how to pick up work, unless you're doing a business degree, even then, like most of those people teaching you, they've never run a business. But if you can learn how to get work, how to make relationships with people, how to talk about a product or service, how to talk about something that you can offer someone to help them. It's quite basic. You have a solution to other people's problems. So I help businesses get more sales by helping more people learn about what they do. And the power of media is huge now because you could do one video and overnight get 100,000 views, and all of a sudden there's another 1,000. There's 1,000 people of those 100,000 who watched it are now interested in maybe buying the product. Maybe 3 people bought it that night. Maybe 5 people thought about it for 2 days and they bought it. And businesses who don't have that, it's costing them money. Like if you're a real estate agent right now and you don't have videos about what you do and how you do it and what's sold and this problem and whatever, and you're educating and creating a relationship with your customer base, which is anyone who lives in a home, then you're missing out on sales. I can genuinely 100% confirm that you are. If you're just relying on that little head that you put in the window and you're like, oh, call me if you want to sell. Like that's we're not in 1999 anymore. Anyway, I sound like I'm a little bit annoyed because I kind of am at the system. And obviously universities have been around for so long that they're obviously trying to stay in business, keep in business, and the whole education system at school, they just keep, pushing you. Oh, you should go to uni, got to get a score, got to do this. So you're building up and you're building up and you're building up from prep. You're preparing for grade 1, and then for grade 1, you got to get good enough marks to get in grade 2, and then grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the whole thing's like a preparation so you can do one test, which is, it's just quite narrow of like, it's just like mostly it's comprehension. This is what I'm saying from my point of view anyway. It's comprehension that is pretty pointless. these days we don't really need to, until the internet shuts off, we don't really need to be able to remember certain things. You know, like for maths, for example, you don't have to remember all the different timetables up to like 400, whatever. You can just pull out your calculator or now ChatGPT. What's the average of this and that, blah, 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 and it tells you in 2 seconds. There's no need to spend all this time reviewing and learning and all this shit. It's just a waste. Later on, maybe when the internet shuts off, then bring it back. But now, you know, real world stress. I'm just looking at my laptop here to see, because there's a couple of dot points I want to talk about. You know, so the biggest thing, I'm just ranting off here. Hopefully, it's resonating with you. You don't want to let your parents down. That's the biggest thing. But you know, telling you are gonna let your parents want to see you succeed. They want to see you, hopefully, you know, be able to fend for yourself on a basic level. You know, get a house, pay off a house, get some investments going, get a nice car, get a reliable car, have a family, whatever. Whatever your parents would probably prefer for you to be financially wealthy than not. So another thing is you're going to want to avoid conversations with people, because most people think that uni's good. Oh, you got a bachelor. Oh, that's so good. Oh, and don't get me wrong. There's some people that are doing great and need it. Maybe doctors and nurses. I do question that too. I believe that, you know, specialist things, even medical stuff, should be more efficient, should be more online, should be more video focused, should be faster courses. Like if you wanted to be a heart surgeon and get really fucking good at that, like you should just be able to do like a course on just that. Like not fuck all this medical school shit. You got to go to medical school for like years and years and years and learn about the throat and learn about this and learn about that. Like if you want to do just that, like teach people about everything linked to that and just get to the point. Like don't fluff around. Like, even when I go to the doctors, it kills me. There's so many people waiting. There's so many people waiting in the hospital, in the emergency. Like, everyone's sitting there half dead, half dying on their phone, scrolling like zombies. And the doctors are just walking around like ever so slow. There's like no urgency. There's like people literally half dead, dying, and there's like minimal urgency. And you wait. Like I took my son to get plaster taken off his arm. I swear we were there for an hour and 20 minutes. I was losing it. I was looking up our private healthcare, so I didn't have to do that anymore. I'm like, everything's just too slow. When you go to uni, you have to go by their pace. If you're someone who likes fast pace, then that I love that. I thrive that. I'm sure there's some people watching this who love that too. You just get a buzz from fast progression. If you could imagine if you started a business today, whatever it could be, web design, you want it to be a web design agency, or you wanted to do a video production company, or you wanted to do logo designs. How cool would it be if you started that business today and within 4 weeks, you're making $5,000 a week consistently because you just knew what to do. You pumped it. You called the right people. You had made a really good sales video, and you had an online like funnel that, you know, people just read it and they're like, yeah, this is what I need. And they just ordered it there because the price is good and the way it was sold was great. Is that better than going to uni for 5 years and learning about, like when I went to uni, I did a course called Computer Mediated Art. So it was all about like using computers and making art. So we had art history, which was called Survey of Art. And they tried to make it sound all glamorous and shit to justify the $8,000 bill, at the end of it. And I've got this book, and I'm telling you, it was learning about art history and stuff, which I understand there's kind of cool stuff in there, but it was just a big wank. It was sorry if I sound rude. It was the biggest wank, man. Like, I was just like, dude, I just want to paint. I just want to show me some cool artworks, talk about it, make it exciting. Like, it was so boring. Don't go to uni, man. Like, you can start a business yourself just by figuring out what you want to do and just doing it. I made the mistake. And my parents, I'm not trying to say that they're no good. My parents are amazing. They wanted the best for me. And they only just told me what they knew at the time. But I totally regret going to uni. I wasted 5 or 6 years of my life. And I left, and then I came back later. and I signed up and went to a different course because they stopped doing that course. I'm like, I want to finish it and get a proper job and what I want to do. But really what I wanted to do was just use my creative skills to help people and make money. Now I'm confident enough, and if you want to learn more about this stuff, subscribe, because I'm going to talk more about other stuff too. And I'm in progress of making like a bit of a course that people can join up to and learn more about how to build a media company, how to fend for yourself, because there's so many things that you need to learn. Like negotiating is one of them. How to call someone up and negotiate a price, how to sell yourself, how to sell them on the service, managing money, how to chase invoices and stuff like that. What else we got? Customer service, like consistency, how to consistently service someone to build relationships. I've got customers that have paid me over $1 million off one Facebook ad that I did, because I picked them up. I did one job for them. Then they wanted another one. Then they wanted another one. And literally 10 years later, I'm still servicing the same clients. And I'm getting to the point now where I've kind of outgrown it. And I'm like thinking, do I need to keep doing this? Do I want to keep doing this? How to sell. That's one thing they don't teach you at uni. How to sell. Selling shouldn't be a negative thing. Selling should be, if you have a product that you believe in, like me, I really believe in the videos I make for people, and people can tell as soon as I start talking about it, because I just genuinely believe that they will make more money than they pay me. Example, right? If you owned a candle brand, like you just wanted to make wax candles at home, just your basic wax candle, whatever, a few different fragrances. If you just decided to do a letterbox drop about those in your area, how many sales do you reckon you get? 1 or 2? Who knows? Depends how many flyers you put out. But if you made a crazy video talking about how you blend the wax, how you chose this wick from somewhere and it burns at this rate per minute, and it's like a 100-hour candle and it's got this beautiful smell, but it's not toxic and it's actually freshens the room up and helps you breathe easier. Or there's another candle that you make that maybe it ends up being like a diffuser, and you put a lot of effort into that product, but you made a really good video about it, something that really just, you watched it and you were like, dude, I need that candle. And then you put a nice link to it with a landing page with a click now, like buy now button, free shipping, whatever, like buy one candle, get two. Come up with something like that for that candle company, and then help them put it out there in a way that gets views organically. Like people, it's got elements in it that people want to share it. People want to comment on it. People want to argue about it. People want to have an opinion. That's the kind of content that gets views. And when you get a lot of views on your content, there's opportunity for sales there, because a lot more people see it. One of the biggest issues that companies have today, and it's been the same issue for 10 years and it will be in the future, is attention on the product. Most people don't even know it exists. How many times have you seen some random thing, it's super popular, but you never heard of it before, and then you realize after you've heard of it, then you hear heaps of people talking about it and knowing about it, and it's like, oh, okay, that brand. Like my son was saying, oh, I want to get this jumper, it's Elite 11 or whatever. And I'm like, what's that? Like, oh, okay. And I didn't really know anything about it, and then he bought it, and then I just started seeing it everywhere. And I was like, okay, what the hell? It got attention, it gets momentum. So I might charge that candle company $800, maybe even $1,000 to do, a couple of really good long videos and a couple of short reels from that, and it might cost them $1,000. But if you're selling candles at, $29 each, and you don't get that attention online, like what's it costing you not having the attention and the sales? It's costing you more than the $1,000, I'm telling you, big time, because once they buy that video, they own it forever. They can repost it again next week. They can repost it again next year, next month. They can inbox it, email it to people. They can send it. It's like a piece of information that's beautifully designed and crafted that will hopefully keep selling from them ongoing. Now, does uni teach you that? No. Uni didn't teach me that. Uni taught me how to make an e-card, like an electronic email that's animated, and send it. And I was like, bro, teach me how to make some money, bro. these people they don't teach you how to make money. Anyway, don't go to uni. I'm talking now for 20 minutes. I've just been ranting on, completely unscripted. If you want to learn more about this, or you want me to talk more about it because you like this video, then comment below. If it gets no views, all good. At least if I help one or two people, then great. If not, thank you for listening to me. God bless you all. And I hope you find the path that's right for you. I'm sure you're already on it. And maybe you were meant to watch this video because this is the path that you need to be on. You know, let me just talk a little bit. Let me just keep going. I'm fuck ending it. So for me, went to uni, quit, hated it, went and got a job in a warehouse for years and years and years. Worked there, tried to work. I was just a young dude who wanted to do something in my life. I wanted to level up. I wanted to like be a manager. I wanted to be like in charge. I wanted to just, you know, put my heart and soul into something. And if you're one of my previous managers and you're watching this, you'll know. Like I worked in this warehouse for years, and I used to do the pick packing where I just drive this machine around and just get boxes and stack them up and then wrap them, and the trucks would take them to the thing. And then eventually I got my forklift license, which I should have done way earlier. Got that. Then I was one of the higher productivity dudes. And then I was allowed to like manage the sections and figure out where things were going. Like the dumbest shit jobs. Like anyone could do it. But I felt important because I was like, I had to tell people where to put things and whatever. Like I had some kind of management level. And I wanted to work my way up the ranks, but they ended up promoting this guy who came from another company that merged. He was an older dude. He was like 45 or 50. And I was like a young dude wanting to level up. They actually sent me a letter saying we're going to train you to be a manager. And then they ended up choosing this other guy. And I was so devastated. I was like, I honestly didn't do anything wrong. I always gave it my best. And then after that, I just fully lost interest. I was like, bro, this is bullshit. Which is fine. Good luck to him. It wasn't meant to be my path. Sometimes bad things happen to us because it might seem like your whole world is falling apart, but it's actually a blessing. It's something's better is coming for you. You're going to learn something from the situation. If you get fired from your job or you need to quit, it's good. Good. Move on to the next. There's always good. Just trust in God. Trust in the universe. They're going to bring you to the next situation. And that's what happened. I left. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to do electrical apprenticeship, right? So, because I'm like, yeah, that's good money. You know, electrical apprenticeship, do a trade. There's plenty of work. I'll start my own business like doing houses. That's what I was thinking. So I went and did that 3-month course, and I'm like, I'll just find an apprenticeship with someone. Yeah, never really ended up. I wanted to do commercial, actually. I wanted to get into commercial. My mate was supposed to get me a job. Then he got fired, and I just gave up, and I ended up starting up my own scrap metal business again, which I did for years, just picking up people's rubbish and selling it, pretty much. Picking up people's old fridges and stuff, and there's yards that buy that stuff. And then that was going all right. That was good. I liked not having a boss and living on my own terms. And then years later, my dad was selling some of his investment properties, his houses, and he had photos done there. And I've always been into like art and photography. I already bought, you know, the cameras and all that. Had them all, had the lenses. And my dad's like, oh, you should. He had some photos and videos done at his houses, and I think they charged him like $700 or something for them. And he was like, oh, you and your brother could probably do something like that. You should give it a go. And it was really good. My dad encouraged me, and he's the reason why I've done a lot of what I'm doing today. Is just that little word of encouragement. Anyway, so my dad asked this guy who was doing the photos, oh, do you have any work? My sons are kind of into photography and do this stuff as well. And the guy kind of just blew my dad off. He was just like big shotting himself and talking about how he's done for this TV show and this and that and whatever. And he didn't really respond to my dad saying there was any work for us, which he should have, because what happened was my brother and I, we didn't know anything about doing real estate photography or marketing. But we're like, okay, yeah, stuff it. We'll give it a go. Like, I'll give it a go. And I had a wide angle lens already, which I bought just as a hobbyist. And I had a professional camera too, because I used to like doing fashion shoots, and I was doing a bit of nightclub photography as a bit of a side thing. And so we took down the wide angle lens, did some photos. They were okay, but I would say they were terrible looking at the quality I do now. We spent so much time there and the photos were terrible. Now I can shoot a house literally in 10 minutes and it looks amazing. I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but I'm just trying to say that like when you dedicate a long time to something, you can get pretty good at it. Anyway, we ended up doing a shoot for my uncle who was godsend selling his house, an investment property he built to flip, and he was trying to sell it through an agent. They already had photos, but he's like, "I'll go and do a video on it if you want. We'll add it to the listing as like a trial for free." So we went and bought my dad lent us money to buy like this stabilizer, and we went and shot the house, and then everyone loved the video. We did another video for a place that wasn't selling, and I've become obsessed with just looking online and doing and researching like what was good in real estate marketing. And all I did was go on YouTube, like no paid courses or anything. Went on YouTube, saw what other people were doing, researched how to use the equipment, all at my own pace. I was pumped. I would just stay up all night and watch these videos and try and error and do a shot. And we used to test it in our own house. Like, I'll do a shot. Okay, that looked good. And then my uncle said, there's this house that's not selling. It was like $1.8 million back in the day. He's like, we've organized for you to go and do a video on this house. Like, we can't charge him anything for it. It's just a trial. And we were like, yeah, 100% we'll do it. So we went to this house. Me and my brother like dressed all up with shirts on, like looking all professional, like half real estate agents. Went to this house, shot a video, put all my effort into this video. Like, I look back on it today and I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible. But at the time, we were like, that's cool. And we showed my dad and he was like, yeah, that's good. And we showed my uncle and they put it online. And this video literally sold the house. So it's like we hit the jackpot. And then all of a sudden we got the attention of everyone from the real estate office. Then they started asking us, oh, how much do we charge? Oh, okay, do you do photography? And we just wanted to do videos only. But then we're like, hang on, to get more of the work, we need to do floor plans now. We need to do photos now. We need to do drone now. We need to do all this other shit. And then we needed like good computers that like didn't lag when you were editing and all that. So we just slowly built stuff up. And then we started getting shoots here and there. The photos were terrible at the start. And, we kind of had a lot of issues. Like, we had meetings with real estate agents. Oh, these photos are no good or blah, blah, blah. And all that real world feedback helped us to provide a better product, because I took on all that feedback very constructively. I welcomed it. I would always say to my customers, and I do to this day, I'm like, please tell me how you think it could be improved so I can better serve you guys. And that's one thing that uni doesn't really teach you. It doesn't really teach you how to go out and get feedback. Like, this is what will happen. You go to uni, you get qualified, then you have to start looking for jobs in what certificate you have, and then you'll apply. You'll have to go in. You'll be battling against other people who already got experience in the industry, and you're just a new guy, like fresh out of uni, like no experience. And you have to go in, and in most cases, you're going to be paid an abysmally shit wage. Your wage could be, I don't know, $30 an hour, whatever, like something stupidly low. And you're going to be doing like entry-level tasks when you have got this like degree and you're supposed to be like the smart person. And most of the stuff you learn at uni was nothing to do with your job. And then you have to wait till next year to get a pay rise. And the next year again, you have to wait to get a pay rise. And you might go from, $29 an hour to and now you're on 31. And then the year after you're on 34. And then the year after that, you're on 35. And then it's just, you're always doing the same repetitive job. And depending on where you get the job, maybe they're like a limited, company that doesn't really allow you to express your full creativity. Whereas you're just learning on your own, figuring out what you want to do, starting your own business, working that side hustle until you get the side business going. I'm pretty confident I could redo it again. I could just fully shut everything down and start a business doing anything at all, because I've become this person who I can see the pathway of, it's quite simple. Help the consumer, help people figure out an issue that they would rather have fixed more than the money, and learn how to say it in a way, learn how to like put the message across in a way where you believe in the product so much that you don't even have to look at sales as a bad thing. Your product is so valuable and so good that is actually not going to say it's a sin, but you're doing people a disservice by not pushing the product onto them. Like, you want people to buy it because it's like, it's going to improve your life. Like, and health products should be like that. You should buy vitamin K, otherwise your arteries will get blocked. Or you should have, magnesium glycinate before you sleep, otherwise your sleep quality is going to turn to shit, then your energy will turn to shit, and you won't be a good enough, or you won't be the best version of a mum you could be and have the patience to deal with your kids when this happens or whatever. Like, there's certain products that are just so vital to like people having a good life, but uni ain't going to teach you that. Also, uni sometimes, and this is for me, like the mindset of other people at uni, and this is the thing, you become who you hang around with. We're all mirroring each other. If you hang around with people who think a certain way, you now think that way too, because they're talking about this, they're thinking about this, they're talking about that, and whatever. You take on the mindsets of everyone around you. I'm talking like this because I'm just obsessed with listening to like multi-millionaire business owners talking about what they do, and I've got a positive attitude towards it, obviously. Anyway, I've got to go pick up my son from the city because he's out on a date with his girlfriend, who just turned 17. And he's just messaged me saying, how long do you think you'll be? I've got to go. Love you all. Hope you got something from that. God bless. Don't go to uni. And subscribe if you want more videos like this. Love you.